The forecast. I don't know where Eric Fickenbinder is. Eric, if you're on vacation, I hope you're having a lovely rest. But he's usually our guy. Okay, cool. It's time for The Bachelor!
And we are living a little fairy tale.
Today was a fairy tale. I cried. He sat on his bed and thought deeply. Everyone's crying. Today was a fairy tale. We're in London, y'all. Here we are in London for today's episode. There are dogs. You cannot convince me he is not an artificial intelligent chatbot. Pip pip cheerio, we're in London. Either he is an AI bachelor or they hired middle schoolers to write the script for this season.
Got the first impression rose the first night, and I recently told him how much I love tea. I literally have tea tatted on me. I would lose my...
Oh, they're just meant to be. The note said, Gabby, you're my queen, for the one-on-one date note. Of course, Greer is upset because Greer assumed he was going to pick her for the one-on-one because of her appreciation for tea. How many London stereotypes can we fit into the first 10 minutes of this episode? Zach has already said that he had fish and chips and a pint, cheerio. And Gabby gets a note that says, you're my queen. I guess they're going to go pick out corgis and pay their respects to Queen Elizabeth. I don't know. And now we have a man in a bowler hat. He most definitely has not worn that bowler hat ever in his career. ABC most definitely said, hey, we need you to wear a bowler hat to really push the whole London thing.
Brilliant. You got it amazing. A butler grabbed Gabby. That's unreal. I don't think it gets much more London than that. It really started...
What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Ah, yes. Zach is picking her up in a car, and I can't wait for him to be like, hey, did you know they drive on the other side on these vehicles here? Crazy. We're in London. Zach is like, that man has a British accent. We're in London.
Christmas mixed with a little bit of weed. Yeah. It smells like... I'm not actually going to say it.
This is a deeper sense.
That poor man is like, I think I'm going to retire after this conversation that I'm having with these two people who have just compared my perfume to Christmas and weed.
Our overall vibe.
We're in London. Oh my. It's that one point in every single Bachelor season where one of the girls goes on a date that involves them getting a crap ton of clothes and they walk in on the group with just bags on bags on bags. I wonder if there's actually anything in those or if they just do this as some sort of ploy. Oh, I'm getting my answer right now. Got Jimmy Choo shoes. I guess those are an expensive shoe. Looks like some sort of sweater. And none of them are happy about this.
The knife just keeps going.
Not gonna lie, this kind of scene 100% reminds me of those times whenever we were kids and we were at like our friend's birthday party. Say you were like 6, 7 years old and they're opening all the presents. They're like the coolest things in the world and you're just like, I would love to have that. Time for the group date card, and they are all rooting for their names to not be on the card because they are all very, very passionate about wanting to get a one-on-one date during this week in London. We haven't heard Greer.
Jess. Mercedes. Greer.
Well,
Let's double up on love. Zach.
let's double up on love. Okay, what weird London reference did he think of for this one? All is well. Gabby gets the one-on-one date rose. London! Zach says he has one more surprise for her. And I think it's UB40 performing Can't Help Falling in Love. So, like, as a DJ, I know who UB40 is. As a 27-year-old human being, if I didn't work in music, I don't know if I would know who UB40 is. That being said, there is no way that Gabby knows who UB40 is. All right, they are all hanging out, getting ready for their group date. And a door opens and they're all panicking.
That would be nice.
I mean, if they just open the door and it's... Did the person just hand the note through the door like it was just the most, like, illegal thing?
I have a great date planned for you all. Unfortunately, I'm a little under the weather.
Called it!
I don't want to ruin your time here in London.
Called it!
Go enjoy, and I'll see you soon. Zach.
100... Zoom out! Please! Anyway, totally called the fact that he was gonna have COVID or something.
He's under the weather.
And so there's no group date! Ruh-roh! I mean, it's not even 9 o'clock yet, so... I mean, is Homie about to do this entire rest of this episode over Zoom? Are we about to take ourselves back to April 2020 when all TV shows were on Zoom? Let's go!
To stay up all night with Gabby. You're not going to be too sick to go on a one-on-one with Charity tomorrow.
Yikes! Now they're exploring London on a double-decker bus while a bagpiper plays Amazing Grace. After they're already upset because Zach is not on the group date, for some reason, this has gone full funeral energy.
I'm really just not in the mood today.
It's getting in my eyes.
Did they not get the memo that it rains like 90% of the time in London? So Zach is resting up. He says he feels under the weather and jet lagged. He also referred to what the girls are doing right now as going on the group date without him. Homie, they're just having a GNO, little girls' night out now because you're not available.
Good looking girls. What are you up to?
Dating the same guy?
Right.
Love it! Now we're doing the most London tourist things. Let's go hang out. Why are we all trying to fit into a phone booth? And of course.
Are you allowed to respond to us? This is how I feel with Zach.
I feel like I'm watching a Disney Channel original movie where the cast of a show goes on a trip to London and they do all of the stereotypical London touristy things. And then one of them falls in love with the prince or something. And Zach and Cody are there. We return to London at sunset. And they're all going into I guess a hotel.
I can only hope that he's feeling
I really don't know where they are.
to see him because
It's the set of Ted Lasso. I'm not really sure. So now we have this dinner. And they're all gathered and there's a rose at the table and they really have no idea what's going down with Zachary currently. They're all very nervous, but at this point I would have honestly been in the mindset of like, I don't know if he's going to be here or not. So let's all just kind of sit here and enjoy ourselves for a moment. So they're distraught.
I hope you had an amazing day seeing London. I wish I could have been there.
They're all here
Unfortunately, I'm still not
for the
feeling well
dinner,
enough to join you tonight.
and he's not feeling
I'm so
well.
Sorry. I really do hope to see you soon.
We haven't heard if he has COVID. We just know that he's not feeling well and he's jet lagged. But I feel like they've been there for like, what, 2 or 3 days? Do you get jet lagged that far after? They really hyped themselves up walking into this building with the expectation that he was going to be there for dinner. The ladies all feel really distraught that he's not there, and a lot of them are saying that they feel like they're stood up. But again,
Right now, I'm agitated. Like
like
I can't make it to the after party.
Zach is ill.
Sucks just being in London.
And I imagine they have a very strict policy on if you even feel the slightest bit of illness, you gotta quarantine. Especially you're in another country. So, I mean, what do you think? Like,
Morning.
there's a part of me that's worried that, like, the ladies are all gonna just go find his hotel and be like, hey, let us in. My next question here,
And, you know, I
if
hope
he is sick
tonight I
and
can
he is in
rest on my
quarantine,
cancer charity tomorrow.
then how is it,
I'm thinking forward to right now.
how in the world is it that Gabby is still with all of the ladies in this room right now? Shouldn't she be quarantining? She just kissed the guy. She was macking on him like 2 days ago. Can we just admire this moment where the door opens?
Hey, everybody.
Jesse Palmer gets so many great reactions.
I'm just gonna get to it.
Oh,
Obviously, Zach's been feeling under the weather.
he's got the cocoa, doesn't he?
He got some really bad news.
Oh. Okay,
He tested positive for COVID
there it is.
today.
Oh, she said it out loud. Okay. Charity is crushed because she was supposed to get the one-on-one date.
It's not easy to hear that.
This is also where I feel like if Zach is able, again, maybe just have a little FaceTime date. I don't know, play a board game. Do some, what's that thing that everybody did where they played a game on the computer but over Zoom and everybody did, I can't remember what it was called. Somebody help. Jackbox game, that's what I'm talking about. And again, my concern here
Question now is, what are we gonna do?
is, Gabby should probably also quarantine.
I know you-
All right,
To make sure he knows that I'm
she
always
wins.
there for him. This means
She made him a London care package. Ah!
Zachary.
He's like, I need to sleep. Just kidding. I hope he's okay.
This is Katie.
Katie.
I know
How'd you find my room?
ideal way of talking to you. Gift basket.
I'm not gonna lie,
I wanted you to know that,
she
like, I'm
took the
here.
smart route
Stop
here.
thinking about
Like I
you.
said, maybe we do some Zoom dates.
Like, just come
But
over
this isn't a
and
bad
get
move.
here.
Dropping off the little teddy bear care package
So
thingy.
much. This is
Also, there's a part of me greatly concerned that Katie's gonna go back to the rest of the girls and be like, hey, I went and talked to him and I dropped off a care package, and homie's just gonna have like 14 care packages and door knock visits over the next like 12 hours. Yes, we finally get the Zachary Chronicles. Zach doing his videos on his iPhone front-facing camera in his COVID quarantine, featured with these wild silhouette clips of slow motion video of the girls. Like, we could have just watched it. Why do we keep panning to them like this? Jesse Palmer is awakened from his nap and he's back in the room.
Well, I know the news about
Different
Zach
shirt.
caught a lot of you off guard. Zach's in his room, he's isolating,
No way.
and he's missing all of you like crazy. The good news is
He's
Zach's
probably
feeling
binge
good enough to
watching
do something
Wednesday
that
or
we've
something.
never done in Bachelor history, a virtual cocktail party.
I knew it!
I spoke to Zach.
This is gonna be so uncomfortable. So we have the virtual cocktail party, and the ladies have been talking about how they all prefer physical contact on these dates.
It was gonna be a few days
We've already seen one of the girls hug Zach through the door, like on either side of the door.
to him.
I can't wait for all the moments where they're gonna put their hands up against the screen when they're doing Zoom. I'm totally predicting and calling that 100% it's gonna happen.
Whole setup in my room, so it's
Your room's cute, I love it, but obviously the elephant in the room is I'm a little sad. Obviously we couldn't go on our one-on-one, so.
So she gets the first cocktail hour conversation because she was the one-on-one that got bailed on.
different.
I mean, obviously it's not, and I don't want you to have to
And
say you're sorry. Like,
he obviously described how difficult it was to set up the entire thing. I mean, I imagine they walked him through it all, and now he is being carried around on an iPad.
Oh, thank you, sir.
He had something dropped off,
So cute. Wait, let me hold it up. This?
and it is a
So excited, yeah. So
a Big Ben sculpture.
had been cut short, had been cut short.
Yikes.
Oh my goodness, this is so cute.
I like to believe that Zach thought about that, like our time had been cut short, but 100% a producer told him to say that.
Well, there we go.
Told you.
Caught yours, but
All right, so we didn't like put our hand on the screen, but we blew kisses through the screen.
it's really reassuring.
Perfectly appropriate moment for ABC to insert Soulja Boy's "Kiss Me Through the Phone" in the background during this. I am so confused. This is now the second one that they've shown. Why is it that whatever app they're using for communication with Zach does not allow the girls to see themselves on the tablet? Like, that's gotta be, like, what if she's holding it in a way that literally it's like this? Hi, Zach. I'm just really glad that we're able to talk to each other right now. This is great. Do I look okay? I do? Awesome. Cool. That, I'm uncomfy. I'm uncomfy. All right, so we went from kissing the screen, which lovely during a time where one of the members of this show has COVID. Now we're kissing oranges. All of these conversations have been, if I wasn't in this room on an iPad, I would hug you, I would kiss you. Let's get some substance here, Zach.
I work in sales, and so last time, like, I had COVID, it was at the end of a quarter, like end of the year. And so I kind of like know what it's like to like have a goal that you're trying to reach and you're stuck. I just want to make sure, like, are you feeling like okay?
Yeah, I feel fine. I do want to throw out there. I think it's completely different, at least my perspective.
Well,
From me being frustrated on finding my future wife versus end of sales close order.
yikes.
I do too. Like I put a lot of weight on this week.
Oh boy.
It's frustrating.
Yeah, no, for sure. I
Oh,
don't
boy.
want to like, under like a little weight.
Oh boy.
By comparing it to sales.
This is where this kind of situation of doing Zoom dating for this cocktail party, it's not gonna benefit anyone, any of these girls. It's only gonna hurt them. Like, no one's gonna make any better of an impression with Zach. They're more likely to make a worse impression by saying something wrong, because I feel like communication over Zoom like this, it's just such a different monster. So something like what Greer just said, she had good intentions behind it, but I don't think that he received it the right way. But I also don't think that he received it in a bad way. Like, I think Greer is really upset, and I don't think she has to be that upset. We get our first real raw emotion from Zach here as he's preparing for that rose ceremony virtually.
This week was robbed. I'm sad. And I don't know.
We're starting to see that genuinity really come out in this situation.
I'm really sorry, man.
It's just hard to wrap my head around it. That I can't be there. So.
I'll get the rose ceremony started. I'm gonna go see the women. I'm gonna tell them how this whole thing's gonna work. The next time they see you, we'll be handing out roses to them virtually through a monitor. Good luck, buddy.
Goodness. You actually kind of feel for Zach in this scenario, because again, he's not even thinking about himself here. He knows that the ladies have been robbed of, an opportunity, and a lot of them might get sent home without that chance for an actual kind of personal, intimate connection and a date. It is a bummer. And this is awkward, 100%. Like, we literally have these poor girls getting dumped and sent home via video call. And here he is.
Hi, ladies. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Hi.
She's just so uncomfortable. We're already off to a racing start. He said Katie, and she was like, did he say my name? I can't really hear it. I don't know what's going on. Also, there's no webcam in front of the TV, so I want to know what camera is aimed at the ladies for them to be able to see. Like, I'd love to see that there. Also, like, I don't know how much sympathy I have for the ladies. I know it's probably a really hard situation getting sent home and not getting to have actual personal time with them, but they got a free trip to London. I forgot that part. So far we have Katie and Charity that have received a rose here in this rose ceremony.
And none of this has
Natalie.
been easy.
sorry, Allie
Of course.
names.
But I got
Usually
the
takes me
reassurance
until
that
like
you
the
say
6th
that's
week to know them all.
That rose will just be one more.
We've got a cat.
The validation that this could really be something.
Kat, will you accept this rose?
All right, so we have yet to get Kylie or Greer. Greer is the one that has the most concern right now because of the way that the video call went.
I don't get a rose.
So,
Brooklyn.
oh, Brooklyn. Yep, they're okay. That one doesn't surprise me. I don't even think they had any communication really whatsoever during this episode except for a little bit on the video call. But I think that they just have that compatibility that he's confident enough to be like, yeah, no, let's move on. Jess gets one. That one surprised me a little bit. Now we just have this pattern of every single episode, one particular contestant just kind of panicking and wanting to leave before they get picked or not picked. We now have 2 roses left. Ariel gets one, and now it comes down to this. We still have Kylie and we still have Greer up there. I think he's gonna pick Greer. And now we have the Jesse Palmer moment. Walk out there, Jesse. Hey, Jesse.
Ladies, Zach.
Zach, what? Sorry, my internet's slow. All right, the most dramatic and uncomfortable moment of this season and possibly of several seasons. Greer! I'm happy for her. I think she made a little bit of a boo-boo, making the comparison of him getting COVID and not being able to properly choose his bride. Well, she compared it to sales, but her intentions were good. And I think they have some really good chemistry, good compatibility. She deserves to be near the end of this competition. So, still a shocker about Kylie and Mercedes, but I kind of expected or hoped, I guess, for Greer to move forward. So there we go. We lose Kylie and Mercedes tonight, and Zach just looks just totally defeated.
And I really can't wait to continue this journey with all of you.
Cheers.
What is homie? What is he drinking? What is he toasting with? Buddy, you have COVID.
About this week, so
It better be apple juice.
it all gets made up.
It better be apple juice. Also, again, why is Gabby there? You just made out with him, and he has COVID.
Cheers to another adventure.
All the ladies are getting the cocoa before next week. Goodness gracious.
I'm just so excited.
Why is she not on Zoom too? I don't get it. So now we get the teaser trailer for the rest of the season.
And a little bit wild.
And at least we can expect now that, oh, okay. Now we can anticipate that, he's better and he recovers from COVID.
My heart is pounding because it's here, and it's
And there's a lot of kissing, so hopefully he doesn't have COVID anymore. Are they on the C&O Canal Trail? Literally looks like that.
absolutely see a future with you.
You mean well to me.
I really do hope he picks Brooklyn. I just feel like they are really good together. Ariel and them are compatible too, so I don't know.
Regardless.
He's also starting to slowly look like the guy from the remake of Footloose.
We all have developed feelings for Zach. We're all scared to lose him.
Why does it look like the mansion is Graceland all of a sudden?
So I let myself down, and I feel like I let the women down.
Does Zach do a really bad thing?
Very new journey, but I found my love. I've caused pain, and I've made mistakes. My mind and my heart.
Are we gonna get mad at Zach? I mean, we already kind of think he's a robot, but is he about to become human and then make really bad human mistakes? Not really thrilled about where this is gonna be turning. Well, there's that. I kind of love and hate the whole rest of the season teaser thing that they pull off there, because it's great to know what happens next, but it's also terrible because then you're like, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be mad. So there we go. Pretty weird episode. I was pretty content with who moved on. The people that I think are front runners are still front runners in my head, and they're still in the game. Still on the season. There we go. But yeah, Weird episode. I'm glad he recovered from COVID, though. And I'm glad that they could do a video date thing.
Can I steal you for a second?
Still just strange.
American accent.
But yeah, there's that. Thanks for tuning in. Ryan watches The Bachelor on a bike. Good night.